aspiring authors. I hope you are all good. Such an excitement today to be with you, just to share with you a little bit of some of the things that I often encounter when I engage with aspiring authors. And in a way, I'll be actually answering some of the frequently asked questions. So my name is Anna Mvubu. I am an author. I'm also a coach. I coach aspiring authors. Thus far, I have coached about 16 aspiring authors. I have successfully published their books or assisted them to publish their books. So with my books, I have published 4 of them and successfully, and 2 of my books are in the bookstores. Okay. So I come, but it's not about me, it's all about you. I just wanted to show you on how can you publish your book and make multiple streams of income. All right, so all of these things that I shared with you, I share with you out of humility, and I am saying I am so thankful to God for him to help me to think about putting together a book. And I'm saying to you, your book is not just a book, but it is a creation of wealth. It is a creation of legacy. Please write and publish your book. For you to write and publish your book, you don't need any other thing. You only need yourself, and I would say with a laptop or a computer, because you need to type your book. The manuscript that you have, if you have written it down, my encouragement to you is remove it or move it from handwriting to a laptop, because once you have typed your manuscript, then it's easier for it to go to editing. So most of the time I meet the people that are saying we have handwritten our manuscript, and my guidance is type your manuscript, because once you have typed your manuscript, it's easier for you to then send your manuscript for editing. But even before you send for editing, because a lot of people are asking me how much it is for editing or the whole cost of publishing, let me just tell you that with the experience that I have, it's a very difficult question. You know why? Because all authors are at different stages. You find an author who has a typed manuscript which has been edited and proofread. Obviously, that person would not be charged the same way as the person who has a manuscript that is not typed. And also, you find this person who's having everything, the manuscript has been formatted, everything is there, even the book cover is there. The only thing that you need to do is just to have an ISBN and also print the book. That is also another journey. But the other one is this. This book and this book obviously do have different number of pages. Even the inside of it are different. So we need to know what your need is before we give you a code. So I would like to apologize in advance if you are a person who want to know how much is to publish the book. Let me tell you, if you get that figure, the total figure, you will be discouraged. As a coach, what I do is I show you on how we come to total amount of what the cost of publishing is. But there are ways that I'll show you on how do you make money before you publish your book. How do you get people to help you with the publishing cost? You don't need to look at your pocket for the whole money. There are people who need to buy your product. And when you are in a coaching program, those are the things that I will show you on how do you do it. There is a gentleman that I coached. He sold 70 copies of the book before he got a physical book. And those are the strategies that I share in the coaching program. Secondly, in the coaching program, you also get a support. You don't journey alone. We've got a group already of aspiring authors who just recently published their books. You get in there, you get support. There are a lot of opportunities that you will get there. We will help you on how do you put together money that will assist you to publish your book. I'm not so sure, but you can ask in the group if there is someone who use totally their money to publish their books. So all I'm saying to you is, whatever figure you hear, whether it's 50,000, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, don't even think that all of this money will come out of my pocket, unless otherwise you do not know how to market the book, and or you do not know how to make sales. But we will share those ideas, and we will see on how can we assist you with those skills. Okay. All right. So now the second thing is the book need to be edited. Editing as well, it depends on the number of words, it depends on the number of pages, it also depends on the number of whether you have written non-fiction or fiction, the genre that you wrote in. So if you do not have a typed manuscript, to answer this question, it's very difficult, because we will ask you how many pages it is, you would not know. Would ask you how many words, you would not know. Okay, the genre maybe you would know. So, but the genre doesn't necessarily give the whole information for us to quote you. So that's why how I operate is that I invite an aspiring author into a online meeting. Okay, during the online meeting, I hear your need, then we are able to tailor made your quote, and at that time you are able even to negotiate if you need to negotiate, and to tell us what you need, what you don't need. And in simple terms, it makes everything simple for both of us, because we know what your need is. I think sometimes it might be unfair if you get a quotation wherein you want to publish a book like this, and we give you a pricing towards something like this. Okay. All right, great. Okay, let's go to the layout. The next process that you need to do, because somebody would say, what next? And this person may find that they never typed. They would say, what next, what next? Then I would give what next, what next. But let me just give you an example now. If you have a typed manuscript, it's edited, you need to do the layout. The layout is moving it from A4 that you have typed. When we type the normal page, it's A4. Okay, we move it from A4, we convert it into A5 to a size of this book. So all of my books that I've published, it's A5. All of this 4 that I showed you is A5. So with A5, the number of pages that we have typed is going to be multiplied by 2. I'm going to give an example. If you have typed 40 pages, it means when we do the formatting, it's going to be 80 pages. When you typed 50 pages, it means when you do the formatting, it's going to be 100 pages. Okay, so it's always multiplied by 2. So please, if you are publishing your first book, be considerate of the number of pages. Of course, it depends on a person. It's up to you. There's somebody that I know who is doing very, very well, who published a big book like this one as the first-time author. But the person knows how to market the book. The book is sold like fat cooks. It's sold like it's sold. There's somebody who published like a small book, and they know how to market the book. The book is sold. So it's up to you. But my personal opinion is, if you are a first-time author, perhaps you can look at maybe 70, 80 pages, right? Then you establish yourself as an author. Once your feet are on the ground, when you publish maybe your second book or your second product, then you can then make it a thicker one. I'll give you an example. This is what I have done. You see, the first book, it's 185 pages. Then the next book that I've published is more than 400 pages. And what I do is, I think this is what I didn't share with you, that I also sell this as a package. So when you get to a coaching, you get the 2 products together. Okay, so that's how I managed to create all of this multiple streams of income together. All right, I hope it's clear. I believe it's clear. So we've done the typing of the manuscript, we've done the editing, we've done I don't want to talk about the book cover for now, okay, because that's the simplest one. It's the simplest one, because you give us the colors, you give us the idea of the design, then the graphic designer design the book for you, and we follow the legalities and do the necessary process with the library. So don't worry about all of that. So now the fourth one is printing. This is a critical one. Okay, so with the printing, sometimes it's not so easy to tell how much the printing will be. You know why? Because your book need to be edited, formatted. Once it is formatted, then you would know definitely this is the number of pages. Then that's when you would know how much the print would be. But if your book is still in the early stage, like it's not edited, it's not so easy to tell unless if we make estimation. But if we make those estimation, you need to tell whether you would want to have a soft cover or a hard cover. You would want to have colors in your book or not. Would you like to have illustration or not? Would you like to have pictures in your book or not? I'll show you something quickly. You see with my book, this one, okay, these are my parents. These are my parents. So I have copies, pictures of myself, and yeah, okay, this is one of the pictures, but this one is very easy. It is very easy. Yeah, I believe you can see it is very easy because it's in black and white, so that will not change the price. But if you want it in color, most definitely it will be different in terms of the cost. Okay, so depending on what you need in the book, then that will also determine the pricing for printing. All right, so most of the time we print, and you also need to choose the pages, the color of the pages, whether you want pure white or you want this creamish color. It's up to you. So I always, all of my books, I printed them in creamish color, and I really love this. So but this doesn't determine the price. You just have to choose what you like. Okay, I hope I answered all of your questions. If you've got any other question, please send on the comments. I will definitely reply to you for that particular question. But I really want to invite you to an online session. Online session, I use Zoom. So that's when we then connect, and then I get to understand your need. Then I get to support you. So thank you so much. I really want to appreciate. The other thing that I didn't mention is the platform that I created for aspiring authors. That is it's a podcast where I interview aspiring authors and where I share tips for aspiring authors. I would really request you to subscribe, to like and comment in that the YouTube, the videos that I post. Please comment on them. But if you can just subscribe to our channel, we will really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So on Facebook, you can follow me. My name is Anna Mvubu. Okay, Anna Mvubu. I think you've already seen that. And on Anna Mvubu Facebook, Instagram as well, Anna Mvubu, TikTok, Anna M Consultancy. Then also on YouTube, it's Anna M Consultancy. So you'll also see them on the screen. And please follow us and engage with us. Will definitely help you to publish your book. My point of departure is that publishing a book is simple and a doable process. Can we do this together? Take out your story. God bless you all.